Community Conversations. I'm your host, KK Kaneshiro. The Fremont Unified School District is fortunate to partner with several outstanding organizations, and we have a great one with us today. The Fremont Unified Student Store, or FUS, was formed in 2012 to support FUSD by partnering with the Fremont community to generate funds for its schools and programs. And over the past 4 years, FUS has proven itself as an enthusiastic and capable partner in supporting schools, encouraging students to develop leadership skills and entrepreneurial skills, and bringing our community together. And today, joining us is Ms. Ivy Wu, who is the director of FUS, and of course, our favorite co-host, Dr. Jim Morris. And would you be kind enough to introduce yourself to our viewing audience?
Right. Hi. So my name is Garima Desai, and I'm a senior at Irvington High School.
Great.
My name is Albert Wu, and I'm a volunteer with FUS.
Okay.
And I'm Alicia, and I'm currently a junior at Irvington High
Welcome.
School.
This is great to have you here. Now, for people like me who don't know what FUS is, do you want to say what FUS does first before we go into the other questions?
Okay, maybe I can take that question. Okay. Mainly, FUS is trying to, like what you said, we're trying to raise money to support all the programs and students and schools in Fremont Unified School District. When I was on the school board, I saw a lot of needs, and I also saw a lot of talents. So we thought that by having an organization like FUS, we can connect the talents with the needs. So where people have needs, they can share with the community, and where people have talents and resources, they can meet those needs. And that's basically what FUS is trying to do. And we do it in 3 ways. We have events, and we have an e-store. And also
an e-store.
An e-store,
okay.
And that's why we are trying to get more students involved.
Okay.
An e-store. And also we do community partnership, like with all kinds of, like for different events that we partner with different community partners. 3-pronged approach.
So if I go online and I buy something at the store, are you guys packaging it and mailing it to me, or do I come somewhere to pick it up, or how does this work?
Well, so far we've been mailing them to people. And sometimes if it's like local or something, we can drop them off.
Okay. Yeah. And your website has a menu of the things that I can purchase through your website, right?
Right. Except for it's not very well stocked right now. That's our weakest part, even though we're called a store, but then it's really the weakest part of our organization right now.
So what are some of the things that you do offer on your website?
Our website, we do a lot of events, and recently we had the Summer Programs Fair, and for that event we have over 70 vendors who signed up to participate, and we have over 1,000 people who came to visit us. And that's something the students can probably talk about because all of them were there at the
So you sell events on the e-line?
We organize events,
and
then we raise money. For example, we collected, like for each booth, we collect fees, and all the money will be donated to our school district.
That's great.
Right.
But if I'm buying something from the website, what are some of the things I can buy? Is it like mugs? Or?
Yeah, mugs, and we had calendars made of student artwork.
So it's a varied things.
Right, and right now we have a lot of donated items.
Oh, good.
Fashion jewelry, stuffed animals, and some books, arts and crafts, and things like that.
So
we're
anything.
Right.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we know how this group was created. I mean, you started this back in 2012 because you saw a need. How were you able to engage the students to become more of a partner with you in developing this whole FUS?
Okay, maybe you want to start with Ellie because she's the first to join us.
Really?
Yeah.
So how long have you been with FUS?
So I've been working and volunteering with FUS for around 3 years now, I would say.
Nice.
So, yeah, and it's been really a really good experience for me because it's a really great platform for not just me, but for a lot of students who have certain abilities and who want to use them to try and better the community. So, yeah, it happened 3 years ago, and I'm very grateful for that.
She participated in different workshops.
Yeah.
She actually was one of the instructors for our speech and debate workshop.
Nice.
She participated as one of our contestants for the talent show.
Nice. Yeah, and then the year after that, I decided to help out with the talent show as well. And I guess to add on, I've just done a lot of events in the time that I've been with FUS. And yeah, I just tried to use the abilities and strengths that I have and to try and use that and use FUS to channel what I have and try to give back. Yeah.
Okay. Now,
and I think it's just important to note that, yes, FUS raises and donates a lot of money to the school district, but the real gift that they offer is priceless. And it is these events that bring the community together, that bring people together, that when you see students helping other students or running a tutoring program or a program to help them with public speaking or a talent show, that's worth more than
Wow.
any dollar could ever pay, any number of dollars could ever pay for. It's bringing people together. Oh, and by the way, we're going to raise some money and do some
Yes.
more good.
That's
but
good.
I think the real purpose is, just looking at the students who are involved, realizing their own gifts and talents, and hey, I can help somebody else with speech and debate. It's pretty amazing.
So what's your favorite job?
So I actually, my origin with FUS started because of my Quest project. And if you don't know, Quest is essentially a social issues project that seniors in Irvington complete. And we pick a topic that we're really interested in. So I chose academic stress because it's so prevalent in our community and even around the world. And so I found FUS and I talked to Ms. Wu about it. And I've been to 4 events. I joined recently, like a few months ago. And I've been to many events where I could talk and reach out to the community about academic stress. And I think FUS has provided an amazing platform where community members can come together and share ideas and speak out for the problems that they really care about.
Nice.
And we can really learn from each other. And I think that's probably my favorite part about FUS.
That's great. You got something out of it.
Yeah.
And put a lot into it.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely, absolutely. So what did you, or how did you get started, I should say?
So I first got started when I heard about there was a fun workshop, FUNN, I believe, and it also had to do with stress. And I just helped out there, and then I learned more about the different programs that FUS offers. So I also volunteered with the talent show, and also more recently with the the summer programs fair.
That's good. How many students do you have total involved?
We have a lot of students involved
Okay.
in terms of volunteers.
Okay.
But in terms of our team,
Uh-huh.
we count anybody who wants to be part of our team. We don't really have we don't have titles, we
Right.
don't have ranking or anything.
That's great.
For us, we're all volunteers. We call ourselves the facilitators.
Okay.
Yeah, but FUSSILITATOR. We're the facilitators. And so we're all working together. So in terms of the students, like at our summer programs fair, we must have like 40 students. And we're told that a
Nice.
lot of students may not want to volunteer because
That's great.
the service learning hours, capped
Right.
at 40.
Right.
But still, students show up.
Yeah. Now, when you first started out in your early days and comparing it to what you've accomplished now, what's the difference? Have you seen a huge growth?
I think we've all matured in the process. Our original members are still there. We're all kind of we're just becoming, it's not like we're best friends when we first started. We all started because we all share a common vision. We all want to see something positive been done for our community. And so we got together. But then throughout the years, we started to draw other people to us. And I think the way we do it is that we don't force people. You have to pay a membership fee. You have to attend so many meetings in order to qualify as our member. We meet people at whether, we accept people for who they are. So you're limited in your time or your resource at this time, or you're not so interested in doing certain project, it's fine. So just meet us whenever you can. So people join us on and off. They're interested in doing certain programs and they do it. And for example, Robert Ho, and a lot of people know him, and his passion is the summer programs fair and also the math clubs and all of the AMC tests and the math contests. So he keeps on doing that, and then there are a lot of support for that effort. And then so basically we have many volunteers. In terms of our team, we don't have more than I don't know, I can't even count how many, because we're just all, just a few of us.
That's okay. That's okay. So to belong to FUS, you have to join. And do you have monthly meetings, weekly meetings?
We have monthly meetings.
Monthly meetings.
You have to show up
You have to show
You have
up.
to
But where
show
am I
up.
showing up at?
and work. That's it.
But people don't really always have to show up. If they're, if they're busy with other things or they're on vacation, it's okay. You don't have to show up. But we always keep you posted. We do meet at a bookstore because we don't have our own store. Some people think that our address is actually a P.O. box address.
Right. Okay.
But people thought that's really our store address. But we just use a bookstore in the Marina Plaza in Warm Springs.
Okay.
That's where we usually meet once a month.
Perfect. Now, I know you're famous for bringing the community to parents so they understand what kind of resources are out there. How did that start? Because there's so many things out there for families and parents to latch onto should they need help with anything. How did you start that? Because to get the community involved, that's a lot of work.
I think we have some really good teammates, and we're all connected to different people. We all kind of see a really big picture of what the needs are and the parents' needs. And at first, people came to me because I was on the school board, so they think that I have the connection, I have the knowledge. But later on, because we don't really, we want parents to be involved by giving back instead of always focusing on your own kid. You know, because if you want your kids to be a well-rounded person, somebody with compassion, somebody who has a bigger view about, you know, global view, you need to be that way too. If you always only focus on your kid, you're losing perspective of the bigger picture. So we want parents to get engaged.
I like that. Nice, I like that.
Yeah. So we try to, and same thing, like actually, I know that a lot of kids, like what Garima was sharing earlier, the stress thing, the academic stress. People, when they look at the issues that they have to deal with, the pressure to go to college and pressure to do well at school, if that's where they're focused on, then they tend to get more stressed out.
Right.
But by offering them different ways to look at, you know, the environment around them, they are open to all these other, you know, other ideas. They don't get caught up with the grades, the tests, the scores, the college, but they look at bigger picture. And that's something that Albert is trying to do right now. We're starting a student team. Like when you ask that, this is really kind of like, we're trying to pioneer this. Well, hopefully that Albert can help us push it, because we're thinking about, first of all, we have the e-store, and we have a lot of products. So at our summer programs fair, we send out, we invited students to sign up as our interns. And right now we have like 10 kids who are kind of committed. So we're going to start our first meeting, and Albert will be heading that meeting. And then we're going to ask the students, we ask them for their expertise, you know, some in photography, some in design, some want to do PR, some marketing. So we're going to help them develop those skills. And then we're going to stock the e-store, so this way we can sell products. Right? And then for other students, and then we're also thinking about maybe for the students from different high schools, they can start their own fuss club. They can start their own fuss club. It's leadership training. Maybe Albert can talk more about his vision about that.
That'd be great. Go ahead.
Sure. So essentially, the FUS student team is an internship experience that builds entrepreneurial and leadership skills for for teens. And we adopt like a hands-on approach to all of this. So it really is a teamwork approach where we want to empower the students by allowing them to sort of come together, generate their ideas, and contribute in the entire decision-making process. So our approach is that we will be present to offer guidance and also to sort of give them pointers and facilitate their ideas in that regard. But a lot of it is up to the interns themselves. And then because we know from the talent show that the students in our school district has talent, but we also believe they have great ideas. So we want to help them combine their creativity and also their individual passions to create unique projects. And so we're essentially selling ideas on our e-store. So these projects can vary a lot, right? It could be like Ms. Wu mentioned, like a design for like artistic design for a notebook. It could also be like some kind of musical ensemble or something collected on a CD. It could also be actually enhancing and expanding our e-store itself. So there really is no limit to the type of projects we undertake, and I guess the only limitation is the creativity and imagination of the interns themselves.
Now it sounds like you watch what this group is going to do, because I think since FUS has been founded, part of what they're really good at is unleashing or unlocking the potential that people have. And I think that's exactly what Albert was talking about. Really connecting with what are the unique gifts and talents that students may have that they want to share, and providing this platform for them. I think this is like the coolest idea. I am scared to think about what's going to happen at this e-store, especially with the marketing and the entrepreneurship. What some of our kids will do. Look out, Amazon, because here comes Albert and Miss Wu and the Fuss e-store.
Wow. And also, like, when students are facing stress issue, this is actually a really good way for them to, de-stress.
Yeah. So does this all happen after your school hours or during your school hours? How do you work this into your schedule?
So for me, this was my Quest project. So yeah, most of it took place outside of school for service hours. But I also did, I was able to miss school to come to certain Fuss events that took place during the day. And I was really thankful because those events really, like just going off of what everyone was saying about Fuss unleashing creativity, I think that that's really important about Fuss, is that they provide this opportunity for the entire community to express themselves creatively and not focus too much on academics. And that's why, to answer your question, I did do both miss school and outside of school for service.
That's okay though, you did a good job. How about you? Is it during your school hours or after?
So for me, it's mainly, actually not mainly, it's entirely outside of school. As I participate in some of the events, I think I've been to 2 of the actual meetings for the board. And so most of the time I put into Fuss is not during my school hours, and it's mostly consists of event preparation or volunteering for events.
Good for you. And of course you work during the day, right? So this is after.
Yeah, so I work around my schedule, I guess. And but like what we're trying to do with the actual Fuss student team, we picture if this is something that people enjoy, then it won't feel like work. And so that's what I feel about volunteering. So it seems to not take any time at all, but I greatly enjoy doing this.
I love that. That's great.
And we actually have a community partner who's going to work with us. Like, for example, some students design something. Like, that's what our student team will do on campus. They'll look for students who are creative with art, design, whatever thing. So we can make your design come into real product, make them into real product with this partner. So these products will actually, that's what we're talking about, that's what Albert mentioned earlier, maybe a notebook cover design contest. And so students can submit their ideas. And then we pick the winners, and then we turn those into real products, and we'll sell them on the e-store. All the money will go to the school district.
Nice. Nice. Now, with summer coming up, though, do you stop for summer, or does this continue on through the summer vacation? How does this work?
Summer is actually going to be the main time when we're going to push this through.
Wow.
We're assuming.
So you are working during the summer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're hoping that a lot of the students during their summer break, if they're willing, then they could spend more time interning with us. And we definitely hope that the goal is to help broaden their experiences and also help them get more involved both in school and in the community. But yeah, it just seems like that's the best time. And hopefully we can.
Now I gotta ask you, because this is like running a business. Okay, what surprised you the most that you learned, that you didn't expect to learn? Let's start with you.
The thing that Fuss, like I learned the most from Fuss, that's a good question, but I think probably the best thing, or the most surprising thing I learned was how much the community, Fremont, right, this community really cares about giving back to each other and cares about the issues in our community. Because I focus through Fuss, I focus mostly on academic stress, and the members of the community were so supportive with, like, this is a problem that affects us all, and not just us or our kids, but everybody. And I think that I was really surprised to see such a great enthusiasm with everybody through the events I volunteered
I like that
at.
surprise. Nice.
Yeah.
What did you learn that you didn't expect to learn?
I learned that there's a lot of potential in just how the organization is structured. Like a lot of organizations, it's very top-down and it's very limited in what you are allowed to do. Sometimes when you have like a great idea, someone else might not agree. And you have to get it through like the proper channels, and before it even starts, it's already over. What I like about this organization is everyone is open to throwing out their ideas. Everyone works together to support each other on their ideas, and it helps to sort of like, when we talk through things, it gets rid of anything that might, that one person might have overlooked, while sort of tying in everyone together.
Perfect. What did you learn?
I think, well, something surprising that I learned was that students, just students like me, have the opportunity to really connect with not just students, but also with adults and people that are not of our age. And so it was a really exciting experience overall, just to be able to connect with someone that doesn't attend the same school as I do, and just to have that larger, more real worldview was something that I thought was really vital and surprising.
Now, Ivy, when you first started this, did you expect the success? Did you expect something different?
When I first started, you know, Dr. Morris was right there. I wasn't sure what was going to happen from this. I just thought that something must be done because there are so many talents and so many people who are willing to give. And how can we give them the opportunity so they can give? And how can we make all the information, you know, available? Yeah, accessible to them. So we kind of just started with that. And you know, at that time, I had no idea about doing a website or anything. Now I'm quite good at learning doing websites and newsletters and that kind of thing. So to me, that's not expected. And I really feel that the people who are part of FUS, and especially the people who have been there since the beginning, we have Robert, Arlene has been there, you know, and Jane and Jeff and Marina and you know Rusi. And actually, Walter was helping us out with talent show, and just all these people, and then Dr. Morris and Nina Moore and Sharia always help us with the being MCs for our talent show.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's like I feel that we're very, very blessed to have so many people who
support you.
Yeah, because we're really like we're a bunch of amateurs. We're all amateurs and trying to do something good for our community, and we didn't start with a lot of knowledge or ability. We just all thought, okay, well, let's try to do something.
Yeah.
And then people started to join us, and it's really amazing. One year when we did an education in fashion show, we had to set up the whole stage and things, and we had the Lions Club, some retired old gentlemen. They helped us set up the stage. They used to be in construction. They just offer their time to help us set up the stage. So I just feel that we're really, really blessed.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here, and thank you guys. I wish you the best of luck, but you won't need it. You'll be successful in this, I know this. Thank you so much for joining us. And from everyone here at Community Conversations, we appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.